Remember last year in Butler, Pennsylvania?
Uh-oh.
The President of the United States was holding a rally. It was a sunny day. People were laughing. Birds were chirping. All of a sudden, shots rang out.
Take a look at what happened.
He almost got ended.
Holding up his arm, he is pumping his fist.
Now, Secret Service, who did such a wonderful and magnificent job protecting him,
Total bullshit.
well, fast forward a year later, and those same members, yeah, they got suspended.
Fuck you!
I'm Jazz Berganzo on this, and the Secret Service director.
Shut up, bitch!
What about her? Well, about that.
What you talking about, Willie?
And it's what's next. What's up, everyone? Jazz Berganzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Thursday. Well, it took almost a year. What am I talking about? Well, remember last year? It was a sunny day. Birds were chirping. People were laughing. We're in Butler, Pennsylvania, and the former President of the United States is there holding a rally. All of a sudden, shots rang out. He almost got ended. And of course, they took the bad guy out. Now, the Secret Service, who did such a wonderful and magnificent job protecting him, fast forward a year later, and those same members, yeah, they got suspended. I wish there was, I would think there would be a firing, but that's just me. And what about the director of the Secret Service? What about her? Well, don't get ahead of yourself. This, coming out of Breitbart, 6 Secret Service agents suspended for conduct during Trump assassination attempt. Suspended? Anyway, as many as 6 members of the Secret Service have been suspended for conduct during the assassination attempt on President Trump. A U.S. Secret Service official confirmed the suspensions to ABC News, knowing that they just came 4 days shy of the 1-year anniversary on July 13th. On that fateful day, a bullet fired by 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks, who's no longer among us, grazed the president's ear. Firefighter Corey Compatore, sadly, was killed during the attack, while others were injured. Following the shooting, an independent review by the Department of Homeland Security determined that U.S. Secret Service made mistakes that left the president vulnerable to assassination, per ABC News. There were many mistakes made on that day in July, assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump by the Secret Service. But an independent review by the Department of Homeland Security revealed systematic issues within the organization and found that without reforms to the agency, another Butler can and will happen again. In the aftermath of Butler, DHS Secretary Mayorkas, Alejandro Mayorkas, who did a wonderful job, see the border, assigned a panel of 4 former law enforcement and national security officers to examine what went wrong and how they recommend the Secret Service move forward after the attempt on the former president's life. Quote, "The Secret Service does not perform at the elite levels needed to discharge its critical mission," the letter addressed to Mayorkas said, which was included in the report. "The Secret Service has become bureaucratic, complacent, and static, even though those risks have multiplied as technology has evolved." Former Secret Service Director Kimberly Chadle resigned 10 days after the shooting. Gee, how convenient. A source close to the agency told ABC News that those suspended this week ranged from supervisor level to line agent level. She resigned 10 days after the shooting. So you would think, well, that's convenient. No, they wanted her head on a platter. She didn't give it to them. She was not going to go through Congress. She was not going to get grilled. She was not going to get roasted and toasted to the point where she was going to be brought up on charges. I don't give that she resigned 10 days before. She should be brought up on charges because that's absolute bullshit. But as far as the 6 members who got suspended, I wonder if that woman, remember that wonderful woman, who held the president, close to her vest and, who barely knew how to hold the gun, we've seen the videos. I wonder if she got suspended as well. Well, to me, this doesn't deserve suspension. This all deserves firing, because if you're going to reform the agency, if you're going to, bring in, new blood as far as how to change the agency from within, so that way we can get rid of the bureaucratic, nonsensical bullshit, then you have to fire people. You just can't give them a slap on the wrist and say, go about your merry way. You need to fire all their fucking asses. Because your job, you have one job and one job only. And that is to protect the President of the United States. Don't care if it was Obama. Don't care if it was Biden. Now it's Trump. It doesn't matter. Your job is your job. As the, of course, current Deputy Director of the FBI, Dan Bongino, which, of course, he was a Secret Service member during the Obama years. But at the end of the day, for this to take this long, a year later, I understand that president's been busy, executive orders, flipping people on their heads, making fools out of the woke. I understand that. But at the same time, dude, you try to take me out. God tried to take me out. Like I said, we've seen the videos, we've seen the incompetency. To me, I would have had all their heads on a platter, all of them. I would have fired each and every one of them. And on top of it, brought up charges. So, is it all bullshit? At the end of the day, yeah, it is. I'm glad something got done, but to me, that something is not enough. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Borganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you next time. Peace.